Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn about lead management, which is the second part of lead to cash process. We have already seen how lead to cash process looks like in my previous video. We have also seen the very first part called campaign management from lead to cash process. And today we are going to learn about lead generation, which is the second part of lead to cash process. So here's the agenda. First of all, we are going to know what is lead management. So introduction to lead management, then lead lifecycle, then lead generation and capturing, which is the first phase of lead lifecycle, lead scoring and qualification, lead nurturing strategies, lead conversion, metrics and KPIs for lead management, and best practices. So let's have an introduction to lead management. So lead management is the process of capturing, tracking, and nurturing potential customers through various stages of the journey until they are ready for the sales management or conversion. So let me give you a brief about this whole lead management process. So let's say you are marketing your product, right? Okay. So what you will do is you will arrange a campaign in which you will market your product, right? Since you have a campaign, people will gather or people will online gather to your website or wherever you are marketing your or campaigning, right? And they'll check it out like what you are selling, right? So this will become customer like the who have get who have joined you in the campaign, right? To check how your products look like. Those will be the leads to you, right? So a potential customer, right? And this is the tutorial on how to manage those leads. Okay. So this system allows businesses to effectively handle and prioritize incoming leads, ensuring no opportunities are lost and the right action are taken at the right time. So this talks about the system that allows to manage the lead, right? Whether it's a Salesforce, Azure, AWS, anything, right? So life cycle of the leads. So first one is lead generation, that is attracting the prospects, and that we have already seen we do via campaign manager, right? Lead capturing, like gathering the contact information, right? Lead qualification, like accessing the lead potential, right? So you reach out to them, you know like what or you want to know like what they are looking for, whether they are interested in your product or not, right? Then lead nurturing. This is what just we talked about, engaging with the leads over the time, right? So sometimes it happens like you got a phone call from bank that are you looking for a loan, and you tell them like right now I'm not looking for a loan, right? But probably in future I might be looking at. So what happens is after 10 days they'll again call you, right? Okay, to check whether we are looking for a home loan or any kind of personal loan or not, right? So what that process is called lead nurturing, right? Then lead conversion, that is turning leads into customer. That means once the leads are nurtured and then XYZ person whom we are reaching out are happy to go ahead with our offer or to try out our product, we convert that lead, right? So that is the process of conversion or converting a lead into the potential customer, right? Now let's have a look at the lead generation and capturing what it is in detail. So lead generation is the process of attracting and identifying potential customers for a business product or service, and this will be done via campaigning. Okay. Uh, how would you campaign, right? So you do content marketing, right? You do social media marketing, right? You do search engine optimization so that whenever somebody searches for something, your websites will come on very first search as a very first search, right? And then email marketing, so etc. and etc. There are different ways to do this lead generation or implement lead generation process. Okay. Now capturing the lead, right? So lead capturing is the process of collecting information from potential customer who have shown interest in a product or service. So let's say somebody came in and let's say I'm looking for a home loan or I'm looking for a home, right? Or a flat. So I'll go to a website, right? And where they'll ask me to put on my details, right? Let's say phone number, email IDs, what's my budget is. So that is the lead capturing process, right? So they are collecting information from us, right? And are the ways which we can have a lead capturing. So website forms, as we talked about, live chats and chatbots. You can put in your details into live chat as well, and they can capture it. Then events and webinar. Many a time it happens like you gather into the webinar, you go to some event, they capture your detail, right? One of the example that I can provide is sometime we visit some event and outside that event's venue there are several peoples. Consider I was visiting a mall and outside that there was a guy who was asking me whether I'm interested into credit card or not, and if I say yes, they'll capture my details and then contact me back, right? So that process of getting all those information like your name, your addresses, your bank account, like which bank you are having account with, or whether you are interested into credit card or not. That is called lead capture, right? And the third partly lead generation services, right? So these are the lead generation and capturing techniques. Now lead scoring, right? So lead scoring is a method for assigning a numerical score value to each lead based on the certain criteria that indicates their level of interest, their fit, and likelihood to convert. Okay. So let's say somebody reached out or we reached out to several people, right? Okay. So based on their interest level, whether they are interested or not, right? If a person is interested, we'll score that lead high, right? Whether that is fit, whether that person is fit for our lead scoring technique, will rate it high, and whoever is not interested will rate it less, right? Okay. And whenever we try to nurture the leads, we'll take the high scoring lead first, right? So that is lead scoring. So common lead scoring technique or criteria includes demographic fit. Let's say we are selling some demographic or demographic specific products, then that the people or the companies from that demography will be the better fit for us, right? Then behavioral engagement, like whether they are able to behaviorally engage or not, right? Then intent signal, whether their intent is uh, highly fit for us, right? Whether they are actually looking for those products or not. So those kind of signal we get like when we have a communication with any particular person or company, right? So that's again a criteria for lead scoring. Time factor, that's a new again another criteria. Now let's go to lead qualification. How do you qualify the lead? So lead qualification is the process of determining whether a lead is good fit for the product or service and is ready for further sales engagement or not, right? So qualification often happens into two main stages. The first is marketing qualified leads, which we call MQL. So let's say a marketing person reached out to you, right? And you are very well interested in that particular product or any particular thing, right? So then marketing guy will mark your lead as MQL. That means this is now marketing qualified. Marketing has qualified this lead. And the next process will be sales qualified lead, which is called SQL. So once the marketing is being done, the salesperson will reach out to you and check whether you are fit for that particular product, whether you are actually interested to go on buying the product. If they found it, right, then that leads will be marked as sales qualified lead, right? So marketing qualified lead when marketing marks the leads that qualify, and sales qualified lead when sales actually engage with you and found that no, you are actively looking for the particular product or thing, then that means sales qualified lead. Now, lead nurturing strategies, right? So once lead is qualified, we'll have to nurture the lead. We'll have to establish the connection with whoever is the target person, and we'll have to engage into the conversation, right? So that's a lead nurturing strategy. So lead nurturing strategies are the approaches used to build relationship with leads over the time, guiding them through the sales funnel until they are ready to make the purchase. Right? Simple example, right? So let's say if I have been approached for a home loan, right? Let's say I've asked them, I am interested, but it will take some time for me because I'm not. buying anything right now, but I'll be buying something over the next few months, right? Then I'll get call from that XYZ person, let's say each 10 days, each 15 days or something like that, right? They'll be checking, right, whether this is the correct time or not, whether they can go ahead with us or not based on our communication or not, right? So that's the lead nurturing techniques, right? And how that can happen is they can happen via personalized email. They can send out an email, we reply to them, and they know, right? Segmentation and targeted content, so they can provide us the content, right? You can go through this, check it out, right? That will help them to make us aware more about that particular content, right? Multi-channel engagement, they can message us, they can call us, right? Automated drip campaigns, so sometime it happen like will be part of the campaigns automatically, those types of stuff. Educational content, they can provide us the educational content, and based on that we can be a potential customer for them. Timely follow-up, as we talked about, right? If we need, let's say 5 or 6 months, then per month we get follow-up, right? So that's a timely follow-up. Then behavior-based trigger response, right? So if let's say you get a call, right? What's your behavior? Let's say sometime it happens. So let's say you get a phone call, right? And they ask you, right now there are many frauds happening on that way, but if it is a um, non-fraud call or something like your bank call, right? They ask you if you want to know this, press this, right? And based on that, the next responses will be triggered, right? Now, lead conversion. What is the lead conversion? So, lead conversion is a process of transforming a lead or a potential customer into actual paying customer. Okay. Following is the lead conversion process. Qualification. So, first of all, we'll qualify the lead, then we'll nurture the lead and do an engagement. Then we'll see whether the company or customer is have a sales readiness or not. Once that is done, we'll do a conversion. So ideally, the lead gets converted into an account, a contact, and an opportunity. Okay, in the CRM system. Whether what is the CRM that you are using, Salesforce, Azure, or any other, right? So when the lead is codified or when the lead is converted, it let's say I belong to a ABC Corporation, right? Okay, then an account will be created with the name ABC Corporation. I'll be a primary contact for that account, and there will be an opportunity that will be created for the further sales process, right? So that is a conversion action. Then the follow up and everything will be started, and we'll enter up into the opportunity management steps, right? Okay. So post that, the opportunity management is our next video. So we'll give you more idea on the opportunity management on that video. Right now we are focusing on lead metrics and KPI for lead management. So how the metrics will be calculated or how will identify the KPIs for lead management is lead conversion rate. So how many leads got converted, right? Then cost per lead. What is the cost per lead? Then lead response time. How much time will take for the lead to be to provide the response? That lead engagement score, right? So these are the KPIs or lead metrics which higher level person can use, right, for the further processes. And now the best practices, right? So use the data-driven insight. Like nowadays, like everything is digital, right? So you can get the leads data, and based on that, you can drive your insight, like how many leads got converted, what's the average lead conversion time, right? Automated, automate where possible. So wherever it is automated, like wherever you can automate, you can decrease the user clicks, do that, right? Regularly clean lead data. Okay, so sometime it happens like there are several leads which haven't responded, right? You mark it as you mark it as disqualified and move ahead, right? So clean the data. Personalized communication. Use the personalized communication to connect with the lead nurturing process, right? Then prioritize follow-ups, right? So prioritize your follow-ups with the potential lead or potential customer, right? So that you can convert into actual customers. And yeah, that's it from my side on this lead management today. Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please like and share the content and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.